Satnam, welcome. My name is Kalyan Darshan, and today we're practicing a Kundalini Yoga Kriya that's tremendous for overcoming negative thoughts, negative feelings. So in Kundalini Yoga, we recognize there are three minds. We have a positive, expansive mind, which is associated with our third chakra. We have a negative, protective mind, which is associated with our second chakra. And we have a neutral mind that is associated with our heart chakra. So when we have a lot of activity in the negative protective mind, we can find that we start feeling fearful, anxious, stressed out. So we want to bring that back into balance. So in this Kriya, it's quite a short Kriya, but it's very, very beneficial. So to begin with, I invite you to come into your easy posture. And we're going to begin by rubbing our palms together, feeling some heat in the palms. And now let's bring our hands into prayer pose. Thumbs touching the sternum, fingertips pointing up. Let's prepare our posture, elongating our spine, lifting our chest, tucking our chin slightly, and we'll bring our eyes to focus at this point right here, at brow point. The eyes are closed, and to enter the practice, in Kundalini Yoga we begin with a mantra that we chant 3 times, and the mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. It allows us to connect with our inner guru, that divine teacher that is within us. So let's chant that 3 times after this deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Chanting from the heart. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And take a deep breath in. I'm going to hold the breath here. And we're going to apply the Mula Bandha, the root lock. This is where we activate the muscles in the pelvic floor, pulling them up. And we're pulling in on the navel point here, that area just below the belly button. Squeezing those muscles with the breath held. Eyes are at the brow point. Light pressure between the palms. And as we exhale and release that lock, allow yourself to drop into your heart space and bring to mind what you'd like to release from your life at this time. Persistent thoughts, that inner critic, stressful feelings and emotions, anxiety. And consider what you'd like to bring in their place. Feelings of happiness, feelings of peace, feeling positive in our lives, feeling motivated and enthusiastic. And take a deep breath. And exhale, release the hands. The first part of this Kriya is a breath, and it's a breath that brings us into more consciousness with our infinite selves. So there's several components to this breath which I'll explain. The first part is the breath itself. We're going to inhale 4 segmented breaths through the nose and exhale 4 segmented breaths through the nose. We're going to work on filling our lungs completely with those 4 even segmented breaths in, and completely release all the breath with those 4 segmented breaths out. Now, as we bring the breath in and exhale, it'll be a little slower than that. We're going to bring a mental mantra that we'll chant along with that. As we inhale, we're going to mentally chant so, 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 so. And as we exhale the 4 segmented breaths out, we're going to mentally chant hung, 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 hung. And as we chant the hung, we're going to be pulling in on the navel point. And this is going to help facilitate really emptying all that breath out of the lungs. So that's the second part. The next part is we're going to have our legs extended out in front. And we're going to bring our hands into a mudra whereby the fingertips are going to depress the pads of the hands, and our thumbs are going to be far away as you can possibly extend them. And then we're going to bring the arms out to the side as we practice. The next part of this part of the practice is our eye focus. Our eyes are gently going to look down towards the tip of our nose and beyond. So you may see your feet just in that distant vision. The eyes are going to be about 1/10 open. Okay, so one last thing. We're also, in this posture, we're going to lean back just enough to feel some tension in the body. And this is going to really help strengthen our nervous system. It's going to build that resistance, that resilience within us. So sit up nice and straight to begin with. Bring the hands into the mudra. Bring your eyes into that eye focus, or we call that a drishti. Tuck the chin slightly, and now we're going to lean back and commence the breath with that mental mantra. Please continue. So this mental mantra, so hung, that we're chanting, this mantra brings us into more consciousness with our infinite selves. So we're bringing in that infinite cosmic energy into our beings. And the hung, we're embodying that infinite cosmic energy, reminding us that we are much more than the experience we're having in any given moment, that we are in fact divine, infinite cosmic beings with a beautiful soul desiring to pour our destinies through our hearts and into our lives. So as you continue, you might notice the body's trembling a little bit. This is a great sign that you're really strengthening your nervous system, making some adjustments. one more. Take a deep breath. Release the arms, coming back upright and coming back into easy pose. Bring the hands over the knees in Gyan Mudra and focus on your body, allowing the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. And with all of your awareness in the moment of now, noticing what you're noticing, how you're feeling, and doing our best to just be the observer, no attachments. And take a deep breath and exhale. Bring your legs out wide now. And for this exercise, we're going to be lengthening the backs of our legs. This is really tremendous. This really brings a lot of energy into the kidney bladder meridian. This is where we have a tendency to store fear. Just going to make my own little adjustment here. You might want to sit on a pillow, and this will help facilitate a nice straight back, which is really important. So we're going to take a deep breath. And now we're going to exhale and fold over the left leg. Inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up, and exhale over the right leg. So we want to keep, back to the center, we want to keep our chest lifted, and in that way we keep our back nice and straight. Lengthening the back of our legs and lengthening our back. Breathing fully and completely with each breath in and breath out. Keeping all of your thoughts in the present time. Now, this certainly isn't my most flexible position, but for you, you might be able to fold right over, bringing your chest to the ground, bringing your chest right over on top of that thigh, and that's wonderful. But we're all built differently, so whatever you can do is perfect. And we want to be gentle as we bend forward. The more gentle we are with the body, the more inclined our body is to release resistance. Be noticing you're able to bend a little more as the body releases some of that tension. Coming back upright with a deep breath and exhale, bringing the legs back into easy pose. And let's take a moment to focus on our bodies. Let the breath come back to normal. Keeping a gentle smile on your face. You're doing this tremendous workout. Keeping all thoughts in the eternal moment of now. And take a deep breath. And exhale. We're going to move now onto our hands and knees in preparation for triangle pose, downward facing dog. So in this position, our hands want to be under our shoulders. Feel into the hands grounded on the earth. Our toes are tucked underneath our feet. And now we're going to come up into triangle pose, and if it's just feeling really tight, you might just want to walk the legs out a little bit. We want to push back on the hands, keeping the arms long,
The head is tucked in between the elbows. We want a nice straight line between the hands and the buttocks and the feet. And in this position, we're going to breathe long and deep. If you can bring your heels to the ground for an extra stretch, that's great. But really feel, again, that lengthening behind the legs, behind the hips, as you continue gently pushing back on the hands, allowing the buttocks to reach up to the sky. This is a fantastic posture for all of the organs in the abdomen and the torso. They're draining the blood out in a different way. They get to really relax in this position. And in this posture, bring your eyes to gaze at that brow point once again. And you might like to add a mental mantra, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Mentally chanting that mantra brings your whole being into closer alignment with your divine truth. Keeping all awareness within the body, feeling what you're feeling. If you're noticing any trembling, again, it's just the nervous system adjusting, building strength. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly coming down onto the knees. And now we're going to lie down on the body. Bring the whole body to the ground, bring the arms by the sides. And we're simply going to rest here. And we're going to scan our body and notice if there's any tension. So move from your head, down the neck, the shoulders and shoulder blades, your arms, your hands, your upper back, your chest and throat and neck, the mid-back, solar plexus, belly, the lower back and abdomen, the pelvis, the buttocks, relaxing, releasing any tension, thighs, knees and lower legs, ankles and feet. Totally soft, totally relaxed. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, bringing the arms now so that the elbows are under the shoulders in preparation for cobra position. So what's really important with cobra is we want to make sure we've got our tail. Cobra snakes are able to lift their chests up off the ground, well, not so much their chest, their bodies, without any limbs. So let's first make our snake tail. We want to feel that we're actually bringing our pubic bone towards the ground, feeling as though we're bringing our tailbone towards the ground. So we're tucking our pelvis under the body. And this is going to ensure that we protect our lower back as we practice cobra. So if you want to practice a half cobra, this might be your position today. Really lifting the torso, feeling the back muscles activating, keeping the chin tucked. Or if you want to come up a little higher, you can use your arms to support. Whatever feels right for you today, but you want to feel those upper back muscles working. Feel as though it's your back holding you up rather than your arms. And in this position, we're going to breathe long and deep. And as you breathe, imagine you're bringing beautiful life force energy up along the spine. And then as you exhale, direct the breath energy out of the brow chakra, out of that area between the eyebrows. And so bring your eyes to focus on that area between the eyebrows as you practice, keeping the pelvis tucked underneath, protecting your lower back, and continue. And you can take little rests if you feel the need to do so, and then come back into the posture when you're ready. Feeling the spine being filled with light energy. Directing that exhale and that light out of the brow into your life. And we're going to take one last deep breath in. And we're going to lower ourselves down. And then we're going to push up on our hands and come back into baby pose. So we come up onto the heels. We're going to bring our hands by the sides with our palms facing up. And if we can bring our forehead to the ground, that's great. Otherwise, you might want to bring a pillow or a bolster under the forehead so it can rest comfortably. Just allow the breath to flow nice and easily now. Feeling those wonderful energies integrating from that cobra pose. Keeping all thoughts in present time attention. And take a deep breath in. Slowly coming back up. And we're going to remain in this rock pose with our hands on the thighs. So we often practice a spinal flex in Kundalini Yoga. Any exercise we do for the spine is absolutely wonderful. And spinal flex uses the breath usually. We usually inhale and arch our back, lifting our chest with our pelvis tilting forward. And then we exhale, the pelvis tucks under, the back rounds out, and we extend the back in the opposite direction. But today we're going to be doing it a little differently. This is a fantastic anti-aging exercise. We're going to hold the breath while we spinal flex. So to begin, take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and begin that spinal flex. Rocking forwards and backwards on the pelvis, lifting the chest as you come forward, and the head is simply floating above the movement. When you get to a point where you can no longer hold the breath comfortably, you're going to come back, you're going to exhale the breath, take another deep breath in, and continue. You're going to feel a lovely stretch right through the solar plexus, down to the navel point. This is where we hold a lot of emotional energy, a lot of mental energy. And this is giving your organs a beautiful massage with that breath held, creating a pressure within the body, massaging those organs, the liver, receiving a lovely massage. It's wonderful. The liver has a tendency to hang on to those emotions of anger. And our stomach has a tendency to hold on to emotions of sadness, our lungs, grief, giving all of these organs a beautiful massage. And come back to the center, exhale the breath, take a deep breath in, and exhale. So that completes the Kriya. Quite short, sweet, and yet very, very powerful. So notice how you're feeling. See if you can feel subtle energy moving through your body, bringing balance back into the mind. I invite you now to lie on your back, completely relax in Savasana for a delicious gong bath. I really encourage you to stick around for this because this really allows us to integrate the work that we've just done. So as you come lying on your back, check in that
Your weight is evenly distributed. Make any adjustments. Bring your hands so the palms are facing up. And you might like to grab a blanket, pillows, an eye pillow to cover your eyes so you can really turn inward. And as you settle in, breathing in relaxation, exhaling that lovely feeling of coziness, and allow your mind to let go, release your emotions, and release your physical body, totally relaxed.
take a deep breath in. Coming back into your body, exhale. And now begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And rotating your hands and feet around the wrists and the ankles in both directions. Reach your arms up above the head, stretching along the length of the body, becoming really long. Lovely, and now let's bend the left leg, bring the left knee into the right hand and drop the left leg across the right side of the body, turning the head to the left. This is a cat stretch. Coming back to the center, lowering the left leg, raising the right, bringing the right knee into the left hand, dropping the right leg across the left side of the body, turning the head to the right, continuing to breathe. And now come back to the center. We're going to raise our legs up. We're going to rub the soles of our feet together and rub the palms of the hands together. And we're going to bring the hands to the knees towards the chest, and rock side to side, massaging your back. And now let's rock forwards and backwards, massaging the vertebrae all the way up to the shoulder blades. And when you're ready, coming back up and into easy pose. You've made it this far, well done. I congratulate you. And I encourage you to practice this Kriya as often as possible. The more we practice, the more we reap the benefits of these very specific results that we get when we practice these Kriyas. So to end our practice now, I invite you to rub your palms together once again. Elongate your spine and bring the hands back into prayer pose. We're going to chant one long Sat Nam together. Sat resonates truth. Nam is our expression of that truth. So take a deep breath in and we'll chant that together. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for practicing today. I look forward to joining you again in cyberspace for another excellent Kriya practice. Find meditations on this page as well, and visit me at kdkyoga.com, or that's Kalyan Darshan.com for all of the classes that I'm offering online, as well as meditations.